All right.
All right. And we are live with another episode of Comic Talk. It's that show brought to you by The Keeg where we talk about this week's new comic book releases. For those of you who don't know, new comics come out on Wednesdays at your local comic shops. Go to comicshoplocator.com, find a comic shop near you. But all new comics come out on Wednesdays, and that's DC Comics, Marvel Comics, indie comics like Image Comics or Dynamite or whatnot. They all come out on Wednesday, and we are here about 24 hours later on a Thursday, every Thursday, to talk about everything that we could read in 24 hours, and hopefully it's all the books that came out this week. I'm your host, Dimithri Perera. If you're watching us live, you're watching us on twitch.tv/The Keeg Show, or, and I'm very used to saying Twitch first, I should be saying YouTube first, because that's now our primary spot, youtube.com/The Keeg Show. If you're watching us live, you're watching us on YouTube or maybe Twitch, let us know you're out there. If you're in the chat, if you're watching us live, let us know you're out there. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, do your thing. Or if you're listening to the podcast, wherever you get your podcast from, and like, comment, subscribe, do what you want to do there too, you know, however you want to digest us. Let us know you're out there. Let us know you're listening. Yes, I'm your host, Dimithri Perera, and we also got frequent guest. We got Aaron, aka King Krakoa. Aaron, welcome back to the show. I feel like it's been maybe a month, maybe two.
Probably right. It's been like a good month, and it's always nice to be back. Give me some chance to nerd out about comics.
Yeah, I mean, it's always great having you. And like,
Thank you.
I feel like, because we keep the rotation of guests pretty tight knit, and I think it's interesting because like it's on, like, you are such a regular person on this show that I can't imagine the show before you. Like, there was a time where I didn't have you on like a regular basis because I didn't know you.
Is there going to be like a BA before Aaron, like before Christ, like before Aaron now?
I mean, you said it. I mean, I don't know whether that's blasphemy or not, but
right, he's my Lord. He understands.
He understands. Yeah, in a way. We got in our YouTube chat, we got Evelina Wheeler saying, "Hi, cousin." Is that?
That is my cousin.
That is your cousin. Okay.
Very much is.
I had to go through my short list of cousins in my head. Like, no, I don't have Evelina
I don't think
Wheeler.
that's fine. I don't think that one's for me.
Yeah. But hey to everybody out there. We're here to talk about all the comics that we read this week. And the cool thing about, watching the live stream, or even watching the live stream after the fact, because it's always available on YouTube, is that you can see all the comic art that we got, and you can see us physically talking about it. But if you're listening to the podcast, some people like to listen to the podcast on the way to work, on the way back, in the car, whatever. However you do it, thank you guys so much. Aaron, while I get all this cover art, I want to know what you read this week.
Ooh, okay, so let's get into it. So this week I read Uncanny X-Men number 14, Action Comics 1086, Under Doom, One World Under Doom number 4, Miles Morales 33, Batman and Robin 21, Daredevil 21, Phoenix 11, X Factor 10, Doctor Strange of Asgard number 3.
Okay, very nice, very nice. What people don't realize is both Aaron and I and all the other guests that we have on the show, we read way more than normal people. Truth be told, normal people read zero comics, But we're here reading as much as we can, especially in 24 hours. Like, it is tough work.
That's the real thing. That's the real thing. I was like, I feel like I'm on a mission sometimes. I'm like, you have 24 hours to finish this, and you just got to go down. And sometimes I bite off more than I can chew. Like this week, I definitely thought I was going to read more, and I was like, oh no, you barely had enough for the ones that you read today. And I power read all day, and I'm like, okay, let's do this. And now I'm just like, and that's honestly the good thing about it too, because after I read comics, I want to talk about them with somebody, but the only friend I do read comics with, he doesn't read some of the same comics. So this is my chance to be like, oh yeah, no, get this. You won't get what's happening in Daredevil this week. And like, And yeah, this also gives us a chance to read new stuff. Like, that's one of the one things I really love about going on here. I just end up reading some random thing that I'll never end up reading before.
Yeah. I mean, I get like what's cool is like I get my recommendations from you guys, which is nice because like we all read a lot of comics, so I feel like when one of us recommends a comic, we know that
Yeah,
like there are other comics out there that like we're all reading and like we can only do so much. So a
right.
recommendation means like you gotta pick it up.
Yeah, yeah. I actually, because of you, I read the first issue of Stray Dogs.
How'd you like it? Stray
Yeah,
Dogs issue 1?
I
How'd you
like
like
it.
it?
Yeah, it was slow for me at first, but I was like, it picked up, and I'm like, okay, I'm, you know what, I'm gonna invest in this. I'm gonna get the second. I'm gonna get the second issue.
Yeah, I mean, for anyone out there who
I'm,
is looking for a new kind of interesting comic to read, I mean, it's over now, but it's a short, concise book that you can get. It's Stray Dogs by Image Comics, and
yeah,
essentially the premise is that there's a serial killer that kills women, and when he kills the women, he steals their dog and keeps their dog. So he has a house full of dogs that all belonged to his victims, and the dogs talk to each other. It's like a Disney movie. The dogs can talk, humans can't
right,
understand the dogs, but like the dogs can talk and
yeah,
they all have personalities and they some of them remember their previous owners and some of them don't. And it's made like a Disney, it's drawn very Disney-fied cartoony, but then it has like
yeah, kind
real
of
really adult
really
stuff.
gory stuff in it because I was like, this looks like a good Disney movie, and like for some reason it reminds me of I don't know if you remember, there was a show on Cartoon Network about like dogs in the pound, and like
Okay.
it
What was it called?
reminds me. That's gonna irritate me because I don't remember what it is for the life of me. And I would, and it reminds me like of an older adult version of that show.
I
And
think I
wait,
remember something like that, and I'm trying to remember what it was.
right? It's gonna irritate me. Not Pound Puppies sounds familiar, but I don't think it's called Pound Puppies.
No,
I
Pound
don't
Puppies
know
was also the toy line, like the little stuffed toy line. I think was like Pound Puppies.
what.
I remember that, but we'll have to look into it. We'll have to look into it. But
Yeah,
um,
right.
my my list, and I'll read through my list, and then I'm gonna ask you like an extra question after I read my thing, which is
Oh
what
yeah.
comics did you want to read that you didn't get a chance to read this week? So what did I read?
Okay.
I read Absolute Batman 8. I read Uncanny X-Men 14. I read Ultimate Black Panther 16. One World Under Doom number 4. Miles Morales Spider-Man 33. Wolverine number 9. Invincible Universe Battle Beast number 1, or you could just call it Battle Beast number
Almost
1,
picked that up.
you know. I mean, people
Hmm.
people have been waiting for this one, so I'm glad to have read it and have an opinion about it.
Yeah, apparently.
Um,
Right.
you know, what else? Batman Dark Pattern 6. I
Mhm.
read X Factor 10. I read Supergirl 1. I read Green Lantern Corps number 4. DC versus Vampires World War V number 9, Gwenpool number 1, and I think that was it.
Okay. 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 Respectable.
Thank you.
I wanted to read that one. I wanted to read the what was the first one you said? No, what was the one we were talking about? I wanted to read the Gwenpool one also, but I almost read
Oh,
the
Battle Beast.
Invincible. Yeah, Battle Beast. That's it. I
Yeah.
almost ended up reading that one. But I was like, what, I'm gonna wait. I don't
Or,
know what it is.
I'm picking up clickety clack on your end, by the way.
Oh, sorry about that. Hold on.
It's all
I
right.
got you.
Um, are you a fan of Invincible? Whether it's the cartoon or the comics or whatever?
I am actually.
Did you read all of them?
Yeah. No, I haven't read. I didn't get to read all of it. I got to like issue number 9, I think, and then like I stopped reading for some reason. I couldn't find it. I think,
Issue number
but
9 or
no,
volume number 9?
issue number 9. That's they have. I didn't realize how much shit they have with Invincible. It's so much to read. Like,
It's
and that was what.
144 issues. Yeah.
That's crazy. I literally was like, I don't know where to begin with this, and then I get overwhelmed. And I'm like, I'm just gonna wait. But then like I think it was like not last season, but the season before on Invincible. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna read. I'm gonna sit down and read it. And I was like, I need more Invincible. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna do that. And I ended up reading it, and I was like, okay, I get it. I get it.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, what's interesting is Invincible is so popular that
Yeah.
like I'm surprised they, like when people, if you want to get people into comics, you gotta strike while the iron's hot. So like Invincible's like
Honestly.
three
Yeah.
seasons in, and there hasn't been comics in the comic shop. So like people don't
Mhm.
know like how are you supposed to read anything, and so finally
Right.
they released a Battle Beast spin-off series, right? And like that's really cool, but
Okay.
we're also
Yeah.
like three ish
We want
or
Mark.
we're like 3 seasons in.
Right. Right. We need to know how Mark and everyone is doing, and and that was one of the reasons I ended up reading it because I was like, I need to know what is going to happen because I was like, I need a little bit more from this because after they gave him the first warning, I was like, I need to see what happens. But is the Battle Beast good?
I mean, we'll talk about it. It's on my list. We'll definitely. It's not my number one pick of the week. I'll tell you that.
Okay,
I'll tell you
got
that.
you.
You know.
Respectable.
Here's a question for you though. What books did you want to read this week that you didn't get a chance to in these 24 hours? Because
Oh man,
it's tough. It's tough to.
yeah. We out here. It's hard out here for a pimp sometimes,
Yeah.
you know. The ones I wanted to read, Ultimate Black Panther number 16, first and foremost.
Mhm.
Um, and what else? Star Trek Lower Decks number 7.
Okay.
I thought I read it, definitely didn't read it, and the Gwenpool. I think that was the only ones I didn't get to read.
Did you read Wolverine?
Oh yeah, Wolverine. I Wolverine. Well, that one I wasn't really. I didn't really care either way for that one. I could have gone. I could have gone without. I haven't. I'm not that caught up on Wolverine yet. So like, I get. I only read like bits and pieces.
Okay.
Exactly. Oh, for sure.
Um, I have okay. I got some thoughts about that. I made sure to read Gwenpool number 1 because I was like, I feel like a
Someone's
lot
gonna
of
want this.
spotlight is on like number 1 books.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody wants to talk. Somebody wants this, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
With the Gwenpool, yeah, yeah, we're gonna definitely. I definitely want to know about that when we get into it for sure. Because I was intrigued with the suit that was happening on the cover. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, we'll see where this goes.
Okay. Then I guess the question, like right off the bat, is what's your pick of the week?
Ooh, pick of the week is going to be. You know what? Off the wall. And it's crazy. It's not even in my tentative picks. Now I'm not gonna lie. Uncanny X-Men number 14 was the one that I was like, that's going to be my favorite. But then I read Daredevil 21, and that was surprisingly really great. I was very much surprised about that.
I'm surprised you're picking that because um
Yeah,
I didn't even know you were into Daredevil.
you know what? And that's the thing. I'm not really that into Daredevil. Like I liked him. I read it when he was in prison. Who did that one?
Chip
Is that
Zdarsky, like recently?
Yes, Bernarski,
Yeah.
yes, I love that run. I just saw someone do a TikTok about it, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to give this a shot, and I read that. But this one, I read it. I read one issue for Comic Talk, and then literally, I was like, oh, this is actually really good, and that's what surprised me about it. It ended up being my favorite pick, because like I didn't expect the story to be as good in the art and it to be so amazing, actually. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that that got me, and I was looking forward to Uncanny X-Men because, especially with the cliffhanger they left last month, and with like us having to figure out what's going on with this, we'll talk about
Yeah, yeah,
it.
we'll definitely. I mean, I read Uncanny X-Men also, but I mean, I didn't read Daredevil. So why don't you tell me a little bit about Daredevil right now? Because I've been like a couple issues in on this
Mhm.
like in on this run, but like I stopped at a certain point.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, it's been pretty good. So it's like basically, he lives ever since like he sacrificed Bullseye for to save Foggy's life. He's kind of been like in a haze kind of thing. He's gone back to wearing like a dark suit and everything, and he has
Mm-hmm.
like armor on it. It's pretty awesome. But this one it's very good. Like the apartment building that his current girlfriend is staying in, which is a black woman named Nyla. I love her. I don't know why. I'm like she's really cool. But they're basically kidnapping people from the apartment and like basically hiding them and like doing experiments on them. And like he ends up being one of them. Like they end up catching him in civilian clothes and thinking like, oh, he's like getting caught. Oh, he's just one of the tenants. But then like the way he describes, like he starts getting like spores on his skin and like the spores literally grow out of their bodies.
Ugh.
But literally, yeah, it's gross and it's very like they draw good detail on it. But he was like, I can tell when to listen to my body enough to he knows when his body basically forced the spores to stop growing, but he still feels them grow, like still in him. And like this dude just fights his way out of well, he gets out of the apartment, but then the thing that's crazy, like no one says anything when they like when he goes to the police and everything and gets the people out. No one, like they cover it up and say, oh, the tenants like got put in they went in the building when they weren't supposed to.
Yeah.
And like they basically try to cover it up. And it's a real intense thing. I'm like, I want to see what happens next week. I can't wait to read the next one to find out what's going to happen and why all of a sudden they're covering it up. But
Okay.
it wouldn't make sense. Yeah. But it was the art in it is so descriptive and the way they draw him like as he's like seeing it through his vision. It's amazing.
Okay. It I like I feel like when a Daredevil run is good, it is good.
Yes.
And then when it lags,
Yes.
it kind of just drags on.
Yeah, kinda.
Like you
Kinda.
feel
Because I
like it's
like
hitting its stride.
yeah, I feel like this might I feel like honestly I feel like it's at a point where it could go either or. Like I feel like this could just be a great story and then after this story is done then it could like, possibly be bad, but like I don't know, it's at a good tipping point to where it could be either or. Like I just love the fact that him and Elektra are both Daredevil now and they're trying to
Yeah.
just like figure out where that goes from there.
Okay. Um, I'm trying to think of like what my pick of the week is, and
Yeah.
I think my pick of the week. Oof. Uh, it might be Batman Dark Patterns issue number 6. I'm trying to think of like, oh, Absolute Batman was great, sure, but Batman Dark Patterns I think is severely underrated.
Mm.
Have we talked
Oh,
about this before? Have we talked
no,
about
I don't think
the
we
Dark
talked about
Patterns
that
book?
one. What is that
Okay,
one about?
so like first things first is I feel like before Batman Dark Patterns there was two types of Batman miniseries. There would be like every so often they'd release like a 6-issue miniseries of some like random Batman mystery and like so they can like after the issues are released they compile them into a book and sell that book. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like like Batman Off World I think was like one of them. You know, it's just like okay, this is a Batman story and then like it takes place in some point in his history and like it doesn't affect much. It's just him on a mission, right?
Right.
And then there was like Batman Urban Legends or whatnot, where each issue had like a couple of parts to it that were ongoing little anthology stories, right?
Anthology stories. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Batman Dark Patterns is the best of both worlds now. Batman Dark Patterns,
Mm.
every 3 issues, at least up until this point, every 3 issues is a story. And they
Okay.
so
Okay.
issues 1, 2, and 3 was a story that's unrelated to 4, 5, and 6, and they're just like 3 issue stories that take place. So this is Batman Dark Patterns issue number 6, and they're all very like mystery, like solo Batman stories. And
Oh. Okay.
people who like that sort of Batman, great, good for them. Like
Right.
like that's I feel like putting it all into this series is like the best because you don't have to let moody solo Batman kind of be in every series. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So Batman Dark Patterns is
yeah.
like uh it, it this premise, this story of issues 4, 5, and 6, basically
Mhm.
there's, you know, Scarface, the ventriloquist dummy.
Yeah,
Yeah. So there's
I remember him.
Scarface, the
Yeah.
ventriloquist dummy, but like they find out that the whole building is Scarface. But like,
Huh.
keep in mind that like Scarface is not a supernatural villain. The ventriloquist is the guy who's mentally upset, right? Like he's the villain, but he has like a split personality where the dummy is Scarface. But in this, there's something else going on, and it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool twist on the character.
Now, is that the puppet guy
Yeah.
who like the with the marionette? Was he on Teen Titans at one time when they turned into like puppets or marionettes?
No, that might have been
That another guy?
yeah, that might have been like Mad Mod or something. But like, yeah, no, Scarface
Oh,
has never been
that
on.
was Mad Mod. Actually. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that was definitely Mad Mod. As soon as you said the name, I remembered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Teen Titans don't normally go up against Scarface because he's both like too normal, but he's also
Mhm.
too like weird. You know?
Yeah, yeah. You can't circle the square on that one.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, I think Batman Dark Patterns issue 6 was my pick of the week, just because it was a good, clean, concise ending, and I'm like, all right, cool, you pulled it off. Another 3-issue series or 3-issue story. I was like, all
All
right,
right. Okay, you
you
did
know.
it.
Uh,
That's cool. Okay.
there was a book.
I can three.
What's that?
Oh wait, my bad. What are you saying?
Well, I was gonna say there's a book that was like surprisingly good. That
Ooh.
like I like it was good for the genre that it is, and I'm surprised it wasn't on your list.
What?
Supergirl #1.
Almost thought about it. I almost thought about it. I didn't have time. I was like, if I have extra time, I'm gonna read this one. But it was good though.
Yes, I didn't know what to expect. So this is a new issue #1 for Supergirl. Supergirl hasn't had a solo series for maybe 5 years. Like, when was the last time Supergirl had a solo series?
Sheesh. Besides her little mini little stories with Power Girl, that's about it. I don't even remember last time she's been on one. Had a
Yeah,
solo series, like an actual solo series. Yeah, that's no, I don't remember that one.
yeah. I'm gonna look that up because that's a good question that I'm asking myself. But like,
Yeah,
I'm just passing on the work
but
to
also
other
a few
people.
months
But like,
ago,
so
right?
so Supergirl hasn't had a solo series in a long time, and the real trouble that comes with writing Supergirl in the solo series is how do readers so a lot of the time readers don't start with comics and work their way out to like other media. They
Yeah,
start with other media and they work their way to
work your way
comics,
in.
right? Because comics is the more niche thing.
Yeah,
So a lot of fans of Supergirl are, first thing, they may be kids, they may be girls, and that's, that's cool. Like it's diversifying storytelling. But the question is like,
right.
yeah, what genre do you tell this in, because it takes place in the mainstream DC universe? So like you want superhero problems, but you also want like
Right.
the core of the character and like figure out the core of the character. So
Yeah, exactly.
a lot of people who are fans of Supergirl are fans of Supergirl because of the TV show. Like I would say that's probably the
Yeah,
biggest place
that's
that
the biggest way
fans
to
are,
get them into it.
you know. Or I don't know if you watch DC, what's it called? Like Superhero Friends Club or whatever. What's that one? That's that cartoon.
Oh, the DC Supergirl thing with the girls with the all the women heroes. So you know what I mean,
Yeah,
guys.
you're not saying anything I don't know. You're not answering my
you're not,
question.
you're not. I completely forgot what it's called, and now I'm like, what is it?
Yeah. Uh
Oh no, it's literally called DC Supergirls, Superhero Girls. Okay, yeah,
Superhero Girls. That's what I'm. Yeah,
that was it. We're missing the hero in it. That's all
yeah,
it was.
yeah. Because I was like, it's not DC Super Girls, but yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right.
Um, last time Supergirl had a ongoing series was DC Rebirth,
Oof,
and that was a
throwback.
while ago, and
That was a while
that
ago.
went 42 issues.
I'll make a confession. I didn't hate Rebirth as much as everybody else hated it. Honestly,
No, I don't hate Rebirth. Rebirth was a step in the right direction after
yeah.
New 52, you know?
Honestly, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I like the teams that came out of that. The Justice League of America team was honestly was one of my favorite DC books. Honestly,
Hmm. Okay.
like like Martian the Manhunter, Catwoman, Batman, what Black Canary, Vixen. It was such a miscellaneous group of people that you're like, why are these people? Lobo was in that team, and I'm like, what's
Oh
happening here?
yeah.
And I was
Oh,
like,
that
but I,
was coming out of like Forever Evil? Was that what it was coming out of?
it was
Was
yeah, it was like right yeah, it was like right before or right after that.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah. So this Supergirl series though, I understood this after I finished reading it because I read someone's review on it. This
Mhm.
Supergirl is a little bit of like Supergirl the CW show, but it's more about like Silver Age Supergirl in a way.
Okay.
It's very Silver Age inspired. So she has access to the Fortress of Solitude. She
Mhm.
crypto is her dog. Like she is
Nice.
go
Okay.
so the premise of the this is like she is Supergirl, but she's also like like she's not sure what her name is, like because she's
Mhm.
afraid, like she's thinking like what is my human name now, but she's going back home to her adopted parents, and her adopted parents have moved towns to Midvale, so like there's that
Oh,
whole thing coming. There's a couple of mysteries involved. She gets to town and there's another Supergirl there,
okay.
so I don't know what's going on,
I'm
but
listening,
like
DC.
it's interesting. I don't know. It's very Silver Age. It's very like classic, like small town hero Supergirl, and I think it's pretty
Okay.
solid if you take it from that angle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like she needs to be a little bit of mixture of both. Like kind of like the Silver Age Brad doesn't take a lot of crap, but also like a Supergirl like from the show, like
Yeah,
kind of the studious, kind of quiet kind of girl. I like that.
yeah, and it ties in a little bit with what's going on in Superman right now, and so
Hmm.
like it's been pretty good. So can't complain.
Okay.
It
Okay.
was pretty solid. It knew exactly what it wanted to be.
Okay.
I
Right.
can't blame
It
it for
is.
that.
It is.
You know. What else did you read? Let's.
Um. Yeah. Let's get into it. So, the next one I read, I believe, was the Batman and Robin #21. Did you read that one?
I didn't. I'm a couple issues behind, but
Oh,
feel free to like. I mean, that's what the show is. We gotta talk about it.
right. We got to talk about it. It was pretty good. It does like they've been doing like these little flashback stories. And this one was like of a detective, but I love the story that I'm loving that they're actually getting to tell a story about him and Damien, like him and just like trying to be a better father and actively like and not just like in a few issues where like literally this I think is one of his well honestly if I'm going to be real since this is only one of the few I've read this is probably my favorite Batman comic just because like the Batman I love is one who has to work with his family who like when it's Batman and the Bat family that's when I feel like he works best and like I love that this story is throughout like it does an even keel of doing adventure but also the father son dynamic between those two and we're still in this like trying to find out who took Damien kind of mode and yeah I'm very worried because like you can see and you can like whoever's drawing it is doing a damn good job because you can see the worry and the frustration in David in Batman's face, and I'm like, yeah, I'm here for all of this. I'm gonna sign up for more.
Okay. I need to get back on it, but it is on my list of books
Yeah.
to to like catch back up with, you know?
Yeah. I know their villain Hush was her name Hush? Yeah, I think it was like Hush.
It's Shush.
That's it, Hush. And I was like, yeah, I know she would have. She pulled a few people off for a while. I didn't understand it too. It was like, okay, Hush and Shush. I was like, you could have thought of any other name or any other kind of villain, but you chose, to just do like do a copy of his dad's villain. But I liked her story though. I kind of like the principal who was going around, being
I
a bad guy.
still don't remember exactly what happened in that, and I'm like, I
I
don't
don't remember
know.
all of it either, but I was like, you know what? I like the vibe.
Okay. All right. All right. Um, I'm trying to think. Are you digging Miles Morales Spider-Man? The God War
Yeah,
that's going on right now?
yeah. That's the one I haven't been caught up on, but I read it for this week, and
Mm,
I was like, what is happening? I was here for all of it. Like I was like, so we just have gods have heralds now, and we're just having a all out brawl. I'm here for it. That one
yeah.
was a real good book. I don't know who the random two people who are in his school are. The Jamie and Gust, I think her name
Yes.
was.
So Jaime is his brother.
Okay, that's
It's like a clone. He goes by Shift, so he's like pretty big and he can shapeshift a little bit, but like
okay.
he's like Miles's clone brother.
Oh, okay. So he has a clone. Okay, he has a clone like Peter. Okay, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, because he had two clone brothers. One was like a really evil version of Miles, and I think
Hmm.
he went as Selim. It's Miles backwards. So Selim,
Okay.
Selim. That was like his evil clone, and then Shift was working with his evil clone because Shift didn't know any better. Like they were
Oh,
like the two
yeah.
clones, and they fought against Miles, but Selim was bad, so Shift ends up being good, and like he's like now adopted into their family, and
Oh, that's cute.
he got a real name. He got Jaime as his name, so he's
Yeah.
Jaime Morales.
Oh, I didn't know it. That didn't even tell me. They didn't say the last name. Oh, that's cute. Okay, I feel like Spider Man. Like I wrote. Like what is it? Uh, like a way of passages that I have a clone. You have to have a clone saga.
Yeah,
You know.
but what I like is that they're not killing Miles's family. Like they're growing Miles's
Yes.
family. You
Yes.
know?
Not right. That's what I absolutely love. They give him a new sister, which is crazy, and I'm like, and we get to see her grow up, and like that's cool. Like, I mean, even though it's taking Miles a little bit longer to grow up, but you know what? I'm okay with him gradually getting there. But I love that we don't have to take away from him so that he can be the hero that the city needs. We already have Peter. We don't need both.
Also, the idea that like first things first, I actually talked about it. I did a TikTok today about the Superman trailer, and I
Mm,
talked about how like there are certain heroes where sure their identity is not public. They have a secret identity. But
right.
I don't like the idea of like superheroes when they're like, "Oh, if I tell you my secret identity, it puts you in danger." Sometimes
Yeah.
it puts people in danger not knowing your
Not
identity.
to say anything. Exactly.
You
That's
know?
always I hate that trope so much too. Thank you so much for saying that to me.
It's
I
like
literally think
yeah, like Lois Lane knows that Clark is Superman in the Superman trailer, spoiler,
that.
but
Okay,
like
that's good.
did you see the Superman trailer?
No, because every time I see it, for some reason, my video always buffers, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what's happening on this. I probably just need to watch it on YouTube. I end up always trying to see it on Instagram. That's my problem.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
But was it a good trailer?
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Okay,
And like there's a lot of questions and theories and
I'm
whatnot.
very
So
nervous about this.
if
Yeah,
anyone's out there and watching this, let us know if you got any, theories or questions about the Superman trailer that just came out.
you know.
But what I'm trying to say is that like Miles Morales doesn't need to like keep his identity secret from his parents. Like I
Yeah.
like it when the family knows because like
Yes.
it just allows for like you would think that it would take away stories, but like it adds more
I feel like it
stories.
adds more, yeah.
You
It
know?
adds more volume to it, yeah. Especially with the dynamics of like, especially being a teenager and doing what you do. I feel like that brings out a more story of like their parents being worried. Your parents are already worried about you just going up the street. So like, I think having to go through that while also knowing about what you do, I feel like it makes it better. I feel like it makes the story better. Not, I feel like when you don't tell them, it kind of like keeps you in a box.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's one of those things. Like I want Kamala, like Miss Marvel, to do too. Like I want her to be able to like talk to her family about it. Like like I feel like she's the one who could benefit from it the most. They don't even know she's a mutant or an Inhuman or even a superhero, which is crazy to me because I feel like at least one of them would be like an Inhuman or a mutant, right? Like,
Yeah, I don't know exactly how that works with the Inhuman bloodline and whatnot, but
yeah,
here's the thing though. I believe Kamala's parents knew that she was Miss Marvel until they wiped their mind. Remember, like, correct me if I'm wrong, when Kamala died and then she got reborn as a
yes,
mutant, they
yes.
erased
They had to
their
erase
mind
everybody.
of that, which now now in the
Emma did,
comics,
yeah.
Miss Marvel's family doesn't know that she's Miss Marvel, but in the show, in the MCU show, they know that she's Miss
Yes.
Marvel. And I don't know, it's weird to me
I
that
feel like
her family doesn't know.
yeah, right. She's gone way too long for you guys to. And like, look, you can't leave your Middle Eastern house in the middle of the night. And no, your parents are going to worry.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
no, there's no way.
Like
And you
like
have
I
to
don't
tell them,
know.
like, study group doesn't last until 12 o'clock at night. Get your ass back home.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Um what I'm trying Evelina Wheeler says like how them little robots hold that strong man. What's that in reference to?
what's what's wrong, man? Now I'm thinking. Now I'm trying to think of what you're talking about.
Is it
I have
like
no
from the
idea.
Superman trailer? Is it the Superman? Is it the Superman? Is it Mr. Terrific?
It's probably it's
Is
probably
that
the Superman trailer.
okay? All right. So we'll get back to the comics for this week. Did you read X Factor 10?
Yes, yes.
It
I
like
liked it. I'm actually liking the series.
well you
It
can't like
was
it anymore because it's over now.
yeah. That hurt my heart actually,
This is the
and
final issue.
I literally just found out that it was ending. Like yeah, like I'm like that's crazy because it like X Factor never ends up standing on like never gets to make it past a certain few issues. Like and I hate that because this actually was a good story if they knew. I feel like if they knew, I feel like some at some points it felt like it didn't know where it was going. Like I feel like there was moments where they're like they had an idea, but I feel like they were maybe constricted to what they could do with it. So they like kind of just work with what they had and and what I loved about it is the series says it in the show like I because one of the things I was like I need them to have like they should have more noticeable characters like yeah I love Frenzy and like I love Havoc but like you need characters who like people are going to that are going to stand out to people be like hey we need to pick this up
Yeah.
and that was the one of the things like I wanted more like and I love that they even say it in in the comic like we're getting all these B list and these D list characters and we're not
Yeah.
getting the actual character like and like I think that's what makes it made it even better to be honest like I love Frenzy as like kind of like a co-captain kind of to Havoc in a way it worked for me
Well, you know
I'm
what
sad
sucks
about
right now is that all these X comics are ending. Like
it yeah
NYX ended like last week or the week before. X Factor and ends with this issue. Weapon X-Men
yeah
ends, and then
I haven't read that one yet.
X Force is ending. So I don't know what Marvel
Mhm.
has in like planned
X
for.
Force is ending too.
Yeah.
No, I
Sorry.
just started reading that one faithfully. Oh God,
But
that
I
makes me
mean,
sad. Oh man,
because it's not like watching a TV show that's gonna end and like maybe you think about
yeah,
whether to pick it up or like to watch a show like Firefly or whatever. Sure, you could do that, but like
right,
comics still continue. So like it doesn't hurt to
yeah,
read something and then it ends and then like
they're gonna
it comes back. The last
right.
time X
They,
Factor had an ongoing was when it was like X Factor Investigations, when it was Jamie
Yes.
Madrox and like M and
Yeah.
but it's been a while.
Monet. Yeah. And yeah, that was the last time X Factor the series had its own like had a prominence. Like X Factor Investigations, though it had its issues, I thought it was actually very well written.
Yeah. Yeah. Um Evelina says in the comments that she's talking about when the robots were healing him down or like holding him down while he was healing and he was in pain because he's healing um that they must be strong, I guess. That's
Oh,
the
that's me.
previous trailer. There's a new trailer since then. That was the teaser trailer, but like there's a new trailer that came out
Oh,
yesterday. So,
get on it, cuz.
you know.
Watch that one.
Um
I haven't seen either of them. Honestly, I think I saw the first one because the first one was like, but the first it was so vague that I don't know what. I'm so nervous about this movie because I'm like, I don't know what this is going to be about, and it's not giving me a lot to like be excited or scared for. So like, I'm at a good median. Like we'll see, we'll see.
you want me to
I think it's going to be good.
what was sorry,
Go ahead.
continue. Oh, I was just gonna say something
No,
that
no, no.
that might get you excited is that like you want me to tell you something
Go ahead.
that Guy Gardner does in the trailer? All right.
What?
Like there's like guys around like people around him and Guy does this thing with his ring and he just kind of like he creates this hand that comes out of the ground and kind of swats people away. And like it's just like a 2-second scene in the trailer. It's cool if you're a Green Lantern fan,
Right. Yeah, I am. Green Lanterns are one of my favorite heroes, but that's literally my least favorite Lantern. Like my
Yeah,
very least favorite Lantern.
I don't blame you, but also,
But I'm gonna give it start time.
yeah, I think it's worth checking out the trailer. But that's me. That's what I say.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna watch it after this. Honestly, to
Okay.
be honest with you.
All right. Are you reading? I mean, I might as well go to Green Lantern Corps issue number 4. Are you reading any of the Green Lantern books right now?
No,
Okay.
I need to get into it though. I want to get back into reading Green Lantern though.
Okay.
Is this one good though? I've heard because my friend has actually told me the Green Lantern Corps book right now was actually good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's good because it doesn't have Hal Jordan in it. It has all
Okay,
the other.
that's what,
It has all the other Green Lanterns.
yes. Okay. I might actually for real read this now. Yeah, because we get it. Hal Jordan has had his time, but we need the other ones.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. And what they've done, they've created, and it's kind of like the Justice League cartoon. They brought in Hawkwoman, and they made it so that Hawkwoman and John used to date.
Okay, I like that. Okay, yes. Okay, I was hoping that they were gonna like one day bring that
Into
the current
comic continuity.
comic. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
like that.
here's the thing. I feel like a lot of modern, like the DC stuff right now from DC All In is
Mhm.
inspired a little bit by the Justice League cartoon. Because like they have Justice League Unlimited. They got
Yeah,
this Hawkwoman and John thing going on. Like I feel like
yeah.
there's a couple of things that they're
There's
bringing
a
in
wrap
from
up.
it.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I don't hate it. And is it Shaira or is it Kendra?
No. It's Shira. It's not
Okay,
Kendra.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Kendra seems old enough.
Kendra's too young and she's not Thanagarian, but like
Okay,
Shira
okay.
is.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I was like, I like that better. I was like, I
Yeah.
need her to. I didn't want them to trade that for anything. So I'm glad they did that.
Yeah. Um and you're not reading DC versus vampires, right?
No,
It's so
is it good?
good. It was gonna be my pick of the week. I mean, but there's a couple of books that should be, could be pick of the week. But like
Could be
these
right.
DC versus Vampires World War V issue number 9.
Mhm.
It's good. No complaints. I,
Okay.
I'm not gonna spoil anything, but did you read the first comic, the 12 issue DC versus Vampires, the first one?
No, and that's one of those things I regret because because I also had another friend who read that and they obsessed with that book, and I was like, is it like Marvel Zombies? Like, no, it's better. And I'm like, okay.
No. It's really interesting. Yeah. I can't I don't want to spoil it, but like
Okay.
it's It's like, what did I say? I think I talked about it in another episode. It's like Marvel Blood Hunt if it was an alternate universe and you were allowed to see what happens later, you know?
Okay, okay, I get it. All right, I'm with
Mm,
it.
yeah. So, what else did you read this week?
Um, so I read Phoenix number 11, which clutched my heart. When they brought her when they brought her sister back last week, I damn near lost my mind. I don't even know why. I've never even heard of Sarah Grant until then. um,
Yeah.
like she just like when she held, I was like, oh yeah, that was your sister who definitely died in the Gray massacre that no one talks about enough. Like the Shire literally went and killed the whole Gray line to make sure the Phoenix wouldn't get resurrected in them, which is nuts to me.
Oh,
And like
yeah.
which should definitely, I feel like she should definitely hate the Shire way more. Jean Grey is better than me. She should definitely hate them way more than she should. But like I do like it. Like the little home she made for herself, the Grey Haven, and like Jean's new suit is actually pretty, dare I say, cunt that I kind of love. And it kind of, and I think it kind of reminds me of Donna Troy from DC.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It reminds me of her suit, and I kind of love it because Donna Troy is also, for those who don't know, my favorite superhero of DC. So
Do you like Donna Troy when she's like all armored up and she has the sword and the shield?
I do. You know what? She's not my favorite though. The one who was like the daughter of the Fates or whatever. No, I like the OG. Like she's they took like she's a piece of Diana's soul and like she's like her sister. I love that version of her.
Okay.
Like that's the one I rock with. But
Okay.
this one's cute too, I guess.
The art in Phoenix and everything, it's all really good. I'm a
Yeah.
couple issues behind. So I think I might have like this is issue 11. I think the last one I read was like issue 8 or 9. So,
Oh, okay,
you
got
know,
you.
um
Yeah,
n-
this one's
probably 9.
this.
I think I'm only like 2 issues or so behind. So,
Oh, okay. Look, I'm very impressed with this. Like honestly, like Dean Gray story, I was very nervous about how they would do it, or if they like, because there's not much you can do with an omnipotent god, kind of, but
yeah.
they have been finding ways to do this. Her and Scarlet Witch have been definitely like they've found the writers who want to take the time and do the work on them, and like kudos to them for or like kudos to the Phoenix because
Yeah.
who's writing that one? Is it Gail? No, it's not Gail Simone.
What'd you say?
Who, who's writing the Phoenix number 11 right now?
Stephanie Phillips. Stephanie Phillips is
That's it,
writing.
Stephanie Phillips. I
Yeah.
love it.
Well, cuz
Yeah.
aren't you all also reading the Spider-Gwen comic? Are you?
Mm-mm,
No?
mm-mm.
Okay. So she writes the Spider-Gwen comic also. So
Nice.
yeah.
Okay.
Um and she's also on TikTok, so shout out Stephanie Phillips.
Yes.
Um let's hit a couple others before, we run out of time. We got to
Right.
pick up the pace. Let's hit the other X-Men comics and then we'll move on to absolute Batman. But
Okay.
Uncanny X-Men number 14, did you read it?
Yeah. It was
Are
good.
are you a fan? Oh, do you like the flashback? I like the flashback in this.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
my favorite part of it. And that's why I want to know more about what's going on. Like, and I think they're doing a good job of teasing out things without making us wait too long. Like, and but this one, I think I'm waiting extra long for this though. Like, because I'm like, I haven't been more the story that they tell behind it, especially with this girl writing her diary. I think is really good. And them and that's trying to figure out what this is and about that door that only mutants can go through. But I'm glad that they finally confirmed. One of my like scary thing, well, my I guess paranoid thing was I thought that the Kaliko, the blonde girl, she wasn't going to be a
Calico,
mutant.
yeah.
Yeah, Calico, that's it. I was like, I didn't know if she was gonna be a mutant or not because like there was so much going around what she is, and then you find out the like I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but
Yeah.
it was dead the whole time,
Yeah.
and you like when you find that out when I read that I literally gasped like literally in the living room with my family. I'm like, oh, and that's when I walked upstairs and I had to go and read this out somewhere else because
Yeah.
yeah.
It was it's hard. I like what's going on with Uncanny X-Men. This is written by Gail Simone, and I like what's
Yes.
going on, but at the same time, I don't know whether I care completely about these four new characters. I don't
Yeah, yeah,
know,
yeah.
and it's
I'm not fully invested.
yeah. Well, it sucks because they just introduced this like tale from the past, and I'm more interested in her and that character in the past than I am in
Yes.
these four new characters that are in the present. So
That's it.
what's her name? Like Madame Henrietta or something? Like it's
Henrietta,
some
Miss Henrietta. Yeah,
Miss
she goes by
Henrietta?
Henry.
And it's like I'm more interested in Miss Henrietta than I am with the team of
Honestly.
four, but like maybe it's because they're not like doing full superhero stuff yet. And like
Yeah,
maybe
maybe.
I want the four of them to be like full superhero stuff.
Honestly, out of all of the kids that the other, like out of all the X Men that have taken in, I think I'm. I think I'm more invested in these ones. I think more than like the extraordinary ones and exceptional X Men and everything.
Yeah.
But like it's like I'm. It's like they haven't had their what is it their moment like yet, like because like even the New Mutants when they were first going up, like they had their like there's like a star moment. Like I feel like they're just like we're waiting for something to happen, but we don't know what it is. I think maybe when we find out about the prophecy that they're talking about one of them might be the death of all mutants. I feel like that's when they might get more, you know, more not more noticeable. But I don't see
Yeah.
them. I only see like staying power for like one, maybe two of them. Like Sunspot's cousin. That one. The what's his name? What's his name? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. That's going to irritate you
Yeah, I
guys.
forget. I forget. But yeah, the guy he has the
Right?
mask,
Yeah.
right? He has the
Yeah, with the
mask like
mask.
that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Or
Yeah,
no,
him. I forget.
it's like full mask, right? It's like
Yeah,
a
it's like right all the way down. Right. It's like
that's
a
what it
whole
is.
like yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that I think he's going to have staying power. I think Calico might have it too. Death Dreamer, maybe,
And
maybe.
I see the other girl, that other the
Jitter,
girl.
yes. Jitter, the one who can do like who's the best thing at what she does for like 1 minute.
Yeah.
I feel like she could be really good. I feel like if they put her on the right team, she could be a real cool like aspect. Honestly, I feel like she can do good even without like mutant being just a X Men character. If they put her like in like a Young Avengers kind of moment, Champions moment, I feel like she could do really good in that team.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm I'm in. I don't know what X Men is gonna be doing. I think they're gonna shake up the team soon,
Yeah,
cause like,
I
cause
hope so.
So we'll
Yeah,
we'll see what happens. Um,
right.
we got a hit. You didn't read Wolverine, right? So I won't
No,
spoil it. But like, did you read the last issue of Wolverine where Wolverine got a letter in the mail? Did you read
no.
that one?
Spoil it for me, bud. Spoil it for me.
He got a letter in the mail last issue. The last issue was the 700th issue. It was like no, it wasn't 700. It was
Mhm,
it was some sort of legacy issue number of Wolverine. It was
mhm.
maybe it was 500 issues or something like that. Of Wolverine. And so they ended it with him getting a letter from his mom.
What?
Yeah. Wolverine got a letter
Jesus,
from his mom.
hundreds of thousands of years ago? Well, like,
Not
what's going on?
thousands. It's like a like 100
Hundreds,
150 200 years ago. Yeah.
at least 200.
Yeah.
He was here before the World War II, before the World War, right?
Yeah, but World War was only like 100 and something years ago. World War 1 was only like 110 years ago.
Jesus Christ,
So,
was long.
I think he's only like 150 years old. He was born in like the late 1800s. So, I think he's like
Okay,
150
yeah,
years old.
that's
But the
respectable.
point being is like his mom sent him a letter, and in the last issue and this issue it's not even fully dedicated to that. There's another plot that goes on in this issue, and then they
Hmm,
kind of like move into what happens next.
what's going
So
on? Okay,
it is what it is.
okay.
I like it. I'm interested in that. I hope there's something interesting with it. So
Now I'm interested in what's going on.
yeah,
Jeez, but I do like the one thing I will say about the X Men this go around. I feel like after Krakoa, I feel like they've like the X room has more room. X office has more room to do stuff. I do like the fact that they're putting in the metaphor way more strongly about the mutants in it. Like, and they use more like when they talk about mutant rights and stuff, they're talking to black people and other people of color. I was like, this is a smart move that you guys should have done, but I just hope that they don't get too heavy handed with it. Sometimes they sometimes do when it gets too preachy or like too on the nose. Like, it's like, we get it.
I don't think the problem sometimes is like quote unquote preachiness as much as it is like when you can tell it's written by someone who doesn't experience racism themselves, but they see
There it
other
is.
people being
I
oppressed,
swear.
and so it's their idea of
This
what it
is what
must be
that is to
like. So
me. Yeah, yeah,
then it becomes preachy, but it's not like preachiness for preachiness sake. It's more like
yeah. Right.
you're making up what you think
They're
it's
doing
like.
what they right. They're doing their best. Bless their heart.
Yeah.
They think that this is what it is. And like there, let's be honest. There's multiple like reader writers who write something who's like, oh, this is going to hit some people, but it doesn't hit the way they think it does. And when it's done right, I feel like it can be great.
Yeah.
But it is
I,
one of those things where you at least need one person
yeah.
who has been through it to understand in the room.
Yeah, this actually, the writer of Wolverine, I think, is Saladin Ahmed,
Oh,
who's writing Daredevil right now. So
I
I think
love
it's the
Falcon
same
Armor.
writer, Wolverine and Daredevil, and the art
Yeah. Yep.
is really good in Wolverine. So I'll tell you that.
Okay. Okay.
I'm interested. Read this issue because this issue starts off with a mutant hating person in a bar. Classic Wolverine style, like there's
Okay, right. I'm gonna say that's classic Wolverine.
yeah, there's
Story.
always some random guy running his mouth, calling Wolverine like a word, and Wolverine's like, "Oh,
Right.
okay, we're
And
gonna
now
have
he
to
has to
fight."
pop the claws,
Yeah.
and now
So
I'm the bad guy.
if you want to read this issue, I think
Okay.
read it and let me know what you think.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
I gotta. You didn't read Battle Beast, but I gotta talk about Battle
Yeah.
Beast. Invincible Universe Battle Beast #1. This series is a spin-off and it takes place during the events of Invincible. So it's not a sequel to Invincible. It takes place in Invincible, spinning off to
Wow.
where Battle Beast goes.
Okay.
Basically, the premise is Battle Beast has found a ship and the ship has an AI, and Battle Beast kills everybody in the ship and the AI is there, and Battle Beast is like, all he wants to do is find someone who is worthy of killing him. Like, he wants to be able to battle somebody who is stronger than him, and that's his goal in life, is to die in battle by someone
Warriors
stronger than
Death.
him, right? And so the AI on the ship is like, the AI is like, hey, I'm not allowed to lie to you, so I'm going to be honest. I want you to die. I will help you find someone who can kill you because I want you dead, but I can't lie about that. You know what I mean? So full transparency. I want to find someone who could kill you. So he's like, good, we agree.
We're on the same page.
Yeah. So the art is amazing. It's Ryan Otley back on art. So Ryan Otley, was on Invincible back in the day. And now Invincible hasn't been around for like 10 years. And now Battle Beast is here. So if you're a fan of Invincible, the show, if you're a fan of the Invincible comics, like pick up Battle Beast. It is more straightforward than Invincible is because it's just about a guy who wants to fight. If you like that sort of thing,
you gotta respect that. Yeah, it's like it reminds me of like that random comic I used to read, Shirtless Bear Fighter. It's just about a guy fighting in the woods. He's raised by a bear and he likes to fight. Like that's all it is.
That's all he is. People who if you're a fan of DBZ or something, like this is giving
that's you
DBZ vibes.
This is your bag. Yeah. Okay. This is your bag, guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to get into One World Under Doom?
One World Under Doom. Yeah. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What's going on?
I like it. Honestly, I'm loving the whole premise. I didn't read any of the One World Under Doom until today. And honestly, I'm hooked. I kind of, it's like you hate to love him, and it's one of those things like I hate that I love him as like Sorcerer Supreme, kind of, but like the fight that he has throughout and like the art in it is amazing. But that fight with Dormammu, oh yeah,
yeah,
I was like, he's either going to be best friends or they're just gonna like. Dormammu was like, no, only I can. Like, there can only be one.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about Doctor Doom. He is not a better sorcerer than Doctor Strange,
Yeah,
but he will always make it work. He will always find a way,
do
right?
the best what he can.
Like, if we're talking about like raw talent of being a sorcerer, no, like Doctor Strange is better. But
Mm-hmm.
Doctor Doom will
Right,
he will figure out a way to kick your ass. So
right. I feel like he's kind of on par with with Doctor Strange and with certain things. I feel.
well, certain things like raw power or willpower, sure, but Doctor Strange has been Sorcerer Supreme for half his life,
Yeah,
you know.
true.
So
He,
there's
he'll
that,
know how to work it better. Yeah,
right?
you're right. You're right.
Let's hit the couple other comics
Oh yeah,
that we
I
gotta
can I
Action
can
Comics
zoom
10
through
Action
Action Comics.
Comics
Literally
1086.
read my mind, dude. Um, yeah, Action Comics. It was just it was like a continuation of what happened last week or last month with Kilgore. But it's kind of like a filler episode, like you get in anime. But it was good. It's a good drawing, and like he's fighting in the. It's basically Superman fighting a big robot. Like it's if you like a good shoot 'em up, then it's a good one.
Yeah. Does this take place in the past or does it take place like in
Past,
okay. Okay.
yeah.
Is that why
It,
it
they
says Superman Superstars on the cover? It's like it has this like little thing called Superman Superstars. Does that mean it takes place in the past?
I don't know. And now that you said that, I'm going to be looking at it now, and I'm going to look at the regular and the recent ones. But no, yeah, like it's just it happened. They specifically say it happens before the thing with Waller.
Oh, before
Yeah,
Absolute Power.
yes, before Absolute Power. They expressly say it happens before Absolute Power, and I'm like, okay, I thank you for that because I would have just been sitting here like, this is all you doing now,
Yeah, it's like you got other stuff going on, but no, yeah,
right?
I think it. I think they've been doing that. They've been saying Superman Superstars is like a tale from before
I like that.
Absolute Power. So,
I think that's a
um
smart way to do it. Yeah.
Doctor Strange of Asgard #3. We didn't get to talk about that.
Oh yeah. That one was one of my picks. Doctor Strange of Asgard was still pretty good. It's like it's starting out. It's basically a murder mystery. It's a magical murder mystery, and we're still trying to figure out who did what and who killed this ancient witch of in Asgard that who are framing Loki for it. I love the art in it. It's not. It's like rigid, but it's not. But it's very gives very much a like an Asgard feel. Like, and I feel like they do a really good job at like making it kind of what is the word I'm looking for? Noir. That's what
Yeah,
I'm looking for.
magic
And
magical noir is such an interesting mashing of genres that like it
yes,
doesn't happen too often where there's magical noir, but like
right.
literally comics as a medium does magic noir the best. Like
Yes. Honestly, I was yeah. Even with like yeah, cartoons are awesome, but no, I think comic noir does a really good job of mixing those genres together really good,
yeah.
and I think they're doing a good job of like making Doctor Strange like kind of like a magical detective in a way, and I'm excited to see where this story is going.
Yeah.
I can I can tell. I don't know if this is going to be a mini series or just like a limited series or whatever, but I'm liking it so far.
Yeah. I'm sure that once One World Under Doom ends, this is going to
Touche.
end because he's going to get his
Right.
Sorcerer
He's
Supreme
gonna
power back. So,
right.
yeah.
Right. Well,
Um
I don't know. Doctor Voodoo was Social Supreme for like years before he got it back.
that's true.
Uh,
Like I wouldn't mind Dr. Voodoo. I wouldn't mind Dr. Voodoo coming back as Sorcerer Supreme. So,
yeah. Actually, he's technically a Sorcerer Supreme of his people, or he's like a Hangan Supreme, I think they said in
okay.
the Storm comic. So I was like, I like as long as he's like I feel like he should be a prominent like
Yeah.
person. So I like that.
Yeah. I think that's all the books that you read. I think I got a couple more that I
Yeah,
read this
yeah, like
week.
that's with Black Panther and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, Absolute Batman issue #8, it
Yes.
finishes off the Mr. Freeze arc that's going on right now. I think it finishes it off or does it continue? I'm trying to remember how it ended. Now I'm because it was one of the first books I read this week. So,
Oh, okay.
but it's still good. It's just kind of more of a standalone thing. Oh, I remember what happened. Yeah. I remember how it ended because we're moving into the Bane storyline in next issue. So this finishes off the
Gotcha.
Mr. Freeze storyline and it moves into the Bane storyline. So
Hmm.
it is good. Yeah, it isn't my number one pick this week, but like it was good. You know.
Okay, I can respect that.
Ultimate Black Panther number 8, or no,
Mhm.
Ultimate Black Panther number 16.
Yeah.
Now this one was really good. Um,
I'm so behind on it.
Basically, we're getting a little bit more of T'Challa and Storm teaming up. It's not
Okay.
romantic, but who's to say whether something's gonna pop up? You
Who
know?
knows what can happen? You know.
Yeah.
You
Um,
know.
what else do we got? Last but not least, we got Gwenpool number 1. And then Gwenpool
Yeah.
number 1 is it brings back the old Gwenpool, the pink and white uniform Gwenpool, but then it has this Weapon X sort of Gwenpool that is Gwen Stacy. So we don't know, is she a clone of Gwen Stacy? I don't know. I don't know what's going
I
on.
just and you know what? I'm mad that I just realized it was that Gwenpool, the mutant Gwenpool, not Gwen. There's so much Spider Gwen that I just like. Anytime I see Gwen, I'm like, oh, it's Gwen Stacy from that one.
Yeah.
Now I'm definitely going to read it because I need to know what's going on with Gwenpool. I've been one of the only people who's like, what is she doing in the after Krakoa era? Like, I only saw bits and pieces of her in the background. This
Is
I
she a
need that.
mutant? I don't even know because like
She is.
oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
like they're like in her one of her last series, they made her a mutant. Like she just like they
She's a
said like
reality shifter or something like that.
yeah, yeah, like they made her think that her mutant powers made her like think that she was from like an
Our
outer
Earth.
world just reading our yeah, right, reading our comics, but it was actually her mutant power. And I was like, okay, this is a good way to make her a mutant, I guess. I guess if you want to circle the square on that one, that was a good
Yeah.
way to do it. It honestly gives her a place in the Marvel universe for real.
Yeah.
As much as it did, even though we didn't really see much of
Yeah.
her.
Yeah. I think that's all the books that we read this
Yeah.
week. Obviously, there were books out there that I didn't get to read this week, like Spectacular
Likewise.
Spider-Man 15,
Mhm.
or Transformers number 20, or the new comic. I'm really interested in Exquisite Corpses number 1 from Image Comics. It looks really cool, but I didn't get a chance to read
Okay.
it. So there's a lot of really cool comics out there. I would recommend everybody
Yes.
go to comicshoplocator.com, find a comic shop near you, and check out all the comics that came out this week.
Right. Expand your palette. See what's
Yeah,
out there.
yeah. Thank you, Aaron, so much for coming on the show and taking time out of your Thursday to talk about all the comics that you read this week. Aaron, before we get going, where can we find you? What do you got coming up? Anything you want to plug?
Of course, and as always, it's a pleasure. So you guys can find me at King Krakoa on TikTok and the King Krakoa on Instagram. And have nothing coming up, but I've been talking to my therapist. We're working on some new things. We're working on mental health, and I'm getting back in the game. So once I perfect my videos, I'm gonna be posting again, guys. Don't
All right,
worry.
cool. Hey, look, that's how I found you, man. I found you on TikTok, and
Literally,
now you're a
yeah.
regular here on Comic Talk. So,
Right. Look, ever since then, he's a staple. I see this guy at least once a month.
thank you for for putting time aside to be on this show. So
Oh, of course.
you are greatly appreciated. So thank you.
Hey, thank you. I love always being a guest star.
Yeah. For anyone out there who wants to follow me personally, you can follow me at This Is Dimitri on Instagram. I guess on Facebook also, This Is Dimitri. But if you want to follow the Keeg is our channel, essentially our podcast channel. Comic Talk is one of our many podcasts that we do on the Keeg. Comic Talk is every Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, live streamed and podcasted. If you're watching us live, it was on youtube.com/The Keeg Show or twitch.tv/The Keeg Show. But if you're listening to the podcast, you can find all the Keeg podcasts on your podcast platform, whatever you listen to, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and SoundCloud. We are on all of those. Just look up the Keeg. You will find us. Comic Talk is just one of the shows that we do. We also do an Andor after show because Andor has ended So we're doing one final episode of the Andor after show
Ended already?
this
Jesus.
Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. But we also got other shows that we do. So, you know, find us on social media at The Keeg Show on TikTok and Instagram. We're also on Blue Sky and Threads and all that. At The Keeg Show / The Keeg Show. Pretty much, you know, wherever you can find us, we are there. That is pretty much it. If you want to find a comic shop near you, go to comicshoplocator.com. Find a comic shop near you. If you want comic recommendations, you can go to the Keeg's Amazon shop at amazon.com/shop/the Keeg Show. I have some comics. I've put together some lists of comics, recommendations, all sorts of things. So if you want to check out our comic recommendation list, you can find all that there. That is pretty much it. Support your local comic shops, support your local public libraries. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much, Aaron, for coming on the show. Thank you to everybody out there for watching and or listening. Evelina Wheeler, thank you for hopping into YouTube chat. Once again, I am your host, Dimithri Perera, and this has been Comic Talk for the week of May 15th, 2025. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Get ready for the